thought in my mind.
Well,
Yeah.
all right. F tier game. Anyways,
No.
I watched Film Red. I think, Joe, you did as well.
I did as well.
We're going
Yes.
to talk about it without spoilers because I really want Bradley to watch this movie. I think
Very good. I really want to watch it as well.
I think you would like this movie. But Joe
I'll say it
did
sounds
not.
like it's one of the good ones.
Joe, I'll let you hate on it, and then I'll tell you why it's the best One Piece movie.
I really don't. I like when these movies just focus on the Straw Hat Pirates, and I think there's just an overbloat of cameos in this movie.
Then you hate every One Piece movie because they all have cameos like this.
No, Gold was fairly firmly placed on the Straw Hats. I will say, they are pretty much center stage, and they are the core cast of characters.
That's that's the only because Strong World has like the unique characters that are also like kind of main characters and there's that one. Stampede is all cameos.
Oh, Stampede's nothing but cameos. For this, I got very bored watching this movie. Like multiple times, I felt very bored watching it, and I was just like, whatever. I just want to move on to the next beat or whatever we're doing. I just felt like there was a lot of just fluffed up space. I will say, I think Uta was a great character.
Uta is easily the best non-manga One Piece character.
Really?
Uta's not only so good that I would actually rank her in my top 10 One Piece antagonists.
That's like I've been really just wondering what the opinions of that character were going to be when I first saw them.
So I think a big thing about it too was that when I originally came to this movie, I thought Uta was going to be very much not necessarily like a damsel in distress, but
that is not the plot of the plot of this movie.
Yeah, that's what I thought it was going to be. That was just my assumption.
Yeah,
no,
I keep seeing a music video advertisement with Uta in it on Instagram.
She's a pop singer. Also, so I should mention that I had to see this dubbed because the subversions were in.
Oh my god, you fucked up! I could not stay. If I had to watch this movie dub, I would have shot my head.
But what's funny is that they don't dub any of the singing. All the singing's in Japanese.
Yeah, I heard they had to they've dubbed it now that you can listen to it on Spotify, but it's is there going to be a cut with the dubbed songs?
Wild.
Here's the thing about this movie, right? Absolutely agree. The cameos are bad. In fact, here's the thing, Joe. There are some cameos I would have kept, and they are specifically Kobe and Blueno. I would have kept both of them.
I like those.
I would have probably thrown away almost everyone else. There's not that many of them, to be fair. There's some minor ones. There's the two that show up in the concert. They did not need to be there.
Oh my god, I was laughing so much because I was so fucking dumb.
There is a good joke with it, for sure. It's just they didn't need to be there. The Big Mom Pirates that showed up didn't need to be there. In fact, this movie, it's impossible to play this chronologically because it is both before and after Wano. You cannot place this movie.
It's so wild.
It
also,
is in an alternate dimension.
The Sunny gets a cameo somehow. Most trash bait character ever.
The Sunny heard the song, Joe. I think that's actually more telling to future plot threads than you think.
But it's also just it very much was just we want to make a cute character to sell merchandise kind of a thing.
But some of the cameos were good. Some of them are I will say the boring part was right after those two characters I said I didn't like showed up.
Yes.
That was the biggest drag of the movie.
That's the segment about it.
The story is actually really good, and the fact that it's coming out now after we have finished the Wano arc speaks a lot to the greater plot of One Piece. And Oda's really ramping up the final theme of what he wants this final arc to be about, in my opinion.
I think that's the biggest thing. It's I think the story was good. I was very confused for the first half. I'm what the fuck is happening? And then when it sat down and explained what
the plot twist is actually quite good. There's 3 plot twists. I think they're all good.
Yeah. When they explained Uta's ability, what it actually does, I was
the scene of Fujitora and Kizaru showing up was great.
I
those
think
were
I
other
would,
good cameos. I would keep them
yeah,
as well.
I would keep one of them if I had to cut one of them. But I think both of them in there was also very good too.
Akayuno has a scene where he like does a thing, and I was like, "There's my fucking goat." You know what I'm talking?
Also,
when he orders a certain thing to happen, I was like, "That's my boy."
Yeah. I want to mention this is the first One Piece movie where he is not like having a shadow put over his face for no goddamn reason.
That's
like we know what
funny.
this idiot looks like. Like they act like he's a fucking like the big bad guy that we've never seen before in all the other movies.
Another thing I want to bring up, like I think this movie is a really cool Luffy movie, and it's really understated. But you get to the end of it, it's like this is a very unique circumstance they put Luffy in that I don't think we'll ever see anything like it in the main story. So just for that, I think that's pretty interesting.
I agree there. It was very interesting.
That scene after the fight where he's talking to her was really good.
Yeah.
And like also Shanks is really cool in this. Like he's really cool, dude. I'm a Shanks stan now.
I really like the final boss setup and how they had to take it down and what they had to do there.
There's some bullshit there, like the hockey mechanic that makes zero sense. But whatever. I'll let that slide.
You know what? Fine. We're already halfway through. We're already almost done with this movie.
But yeah, the scene of you know what, Joe? The theater went fucking crazy. The thing is, watching this in the theater with One Piece fans was so fun.
Mm-hmm.
It
was empty for me.
Like the people you were watching it with probably helps make it a lot more fun.
There's some Shank stuff and some Luffy stuff that people were popping up for. Another negative, aside from the cameos, I will say, is the action is just kind of nonsense sometimes. It's really hard to track.
I think the action in the movie is terribly edited. Like I could not figure out like what the hell is happening half the time, or like a character would do something, but it's all closed up on their faces that you can't actually see like the hit that's going on. Like,
there's some really cool action shots, and then some where it's like I'm not really sure what just happened.
Yeah, it's very hit or miss.
So yeah, a good story. Uta is fantastic, and when you go into this movie, Bradley, for context, like anything that is history in this movie is canon to One Piece. Anything that happens in present time is not.
Okay, so that's a good.
That's how you should view this. Like the stuff in the past, like did happen. Joe, one final question. There's like a character whose fate is kind of dark at the end of the movie. What do you think happened to that character? If like
that character is very
that character's dead, you think?
Yes.
Even
100%.
in canon One Piece?
Yes, I think so.
Okay, we'll talk about that after, because I'm like, how would that play out? But okay.
I think it's I think that I don't know if they'll ever be brought up again in One Piece, but I think that character is dead.
Yeah, there's a good chance.
Yeah, which solves a lot of like issues, I think, but we'll see how they play that out if they ever bring it up.